Alright, hello again. Today I'm going to be looking at the Kato models EMD SD90 43 Mac in Canadian Pacific. And also, by the way, I'm using a different camera. This probably won't be back next time. Maybe. But it's a little bit nicer. But anyways, so hopefully color and everything will be better. But this is the model I'm looking at. And it's in Canadian Pacific, and if you'll look back at my YouTube history, I did this model here, the Athearn Ready to Roll ES44, I think, AC44. Let me look. Oh, I don't see the. Anyways, and then I got this model, the SD90 43 Mac, and this one blew it away. While the Athearn Ready to Roll one wasn't too bad, this one is fantastic, and the paint is a lot better. Like, the other one looks really faded compared to this. Everything is so much more crisp. The grills on top here are all real grills. Like, you can feel them. They're all separately applied. Once again, a really, really bad looking smokestack. Not very legit at all. These grills aren't see-through. These look like they could be, but they're not. Same with these. This mesh, however, don't know if you can hear that. That mesh is really, 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 I'll say it again, really nice. Just about bent the handrails. These handrails I had to put on. That's the problem with the Kato models. You have to put all of this on yourself. You don't get the model like this. It comes with just a bunch of sprues. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, I hope. Of detail bits, and you have to put them on. These windshield wipers, I'm going to try and tilt it so the light bounces off. You can kind of see there. Windshield wipers there. The little handrails above, the little handrails on the body, on the front, the steps, the handrails, the hoses underneath the plow. I'm tilting it upwards because the light is mostly coming from above, so you can kind of see better. The little hose that's on the end of the coupler. Same on the end. There's little hoses, little, I guess, brackets that would hold the hoses. Another cut bar. I'm pretty sure that's what that's called. I mean, I'm fairly new into trains, so I apologize for any mistakes I make. The lighting in this is so much better than the Athearn one. You have the slightest amount of power on, and the lights are on full, like as bright as they can get, and they never get any brighter, they never get any dimmer, and it's really nice. And another thing that this has over the Athearn one is this one actually has ditch lights that actually work. Now, once again, I'm not entirely sure if Canadian Pacific had their ditch lights down there or up on top of the deck. I know the Athearn one would have had on the deck, but, well, if it was based on the real one, it would have had them on the deck, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, it has them, just set the other one down here. It has it just underneath, and these do not light up. Oop, knocked the handrail. That'll go back in a second. Actually, I'll compare them right here. These are two different models of two different engines, but you can kind of see where this one, the paint is a bit brighter, and some people might not like that, but it looks better. This one looks like a better quality model, where this one looks very much faded. And also the beaver graphic here on each one, this one you can actually make out what it is somewhat, whereas this one I still can't figure out what it's. I know what it's supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be in beaver, but it doesn't look like that. It just looks, I don't know, not as nice, not as crisp as this. This is very Christmas, very Christmas. This paint is very Christmas. I guess that's paint. The furnace is kicking on now. Also, there's little tiny bits of detail on the trucks. Don't know if you're going to be able to pick that up. All of the, well, most of the signs, that one is not readable. But most of them are readable if you have a microscope, maybe. The windows don't open, which is, not a surprise, because not a ton of models have that, but they do look like they could, maybe, if you force them. This model does have safety tread on the walkways. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that, maybe if I tilt it like that, and it glistens in this almost said sunlight, the light. This does have safety tread all over the walkways, whereas the Athearn Ready to Roll EC44 does not at all. I am going to look at an Athearn Genesis model, because it's a little bit nicer. This one right here, the F45. This is pretty nice. I have had some problems with it though. The roof light doesn't work. And I know it's supposed to because it worked for about 5 minutes and then it stopped working. And by the way, right now my my layout is all DC. I want to get a DCC controller, but I haven't yet. So overall, this is a well-detailed model once you put it together. I think the biggest problem that maybe would put people off from getting something like this is the amount of work and the amount of pieces that come with it. It's a lot of pieces, and once I got it, I was overwhelmed. I was like, what did I get myself into? But after just slowly, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start with this, and I slowly built on, and I realized that the only thing I had left was the windshields, and that was a bit of a mistake because there's little tiny windshields on the back. Don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. I'm gonna try and tilt it so you can maybe see it, but there's little tiny windshields just above the window here, and on the same on this side too. The other problem is when you're trying to cut bits out of the sprue, they do tend to bend a lot, and this one looks like it's coming out. So I'll fix that and put it on the track and show you just how well this is the best running model. Even the Athearn Genesis one doesn't run this nice. This is by far the best running model I own. And I'm gonna have to stop getting new trains because this one I thought was the best model I owned, and it was for a while until I got this one. And this one, I might have to go back and change my video because this one just doesn't seem as nice compared to this. Now, this one seemed nice compared to the old Tyco and Bachmann models that I started out with, but this really blows that one away. And these two are about the same. And like I said, I will have a video on this F45 at some point. So I'm going to set this on the track and run it around a little bit and show you what it's got. This is probably not the slowest I can get it to go. That's probably the slowest. Really, really good for DC. I'm going to see if it's coupled. It sure is. And I'm going to move the camera over to here so you can see on the bits of plastic from the F45. You can see the lights, the ditch lights. Once it comes back around, I'll show you them again. I'm also going to stop talking so I can show you some more shots of it. Here it comes again. Not bad at all. And I'm just going to slow it down, and hopefully you can see them just back there. Such a nice model. I would give this a 10 out of 10, easily, until I get my next model.